From the News Channel 5 Network, this is SportsLine.
Welcome to SportsLine, everybody, right here on News Channel 5 Plus. I'm Jon Burton. It is the Wednesday extravaganza. Great to be here as always. We're with you for the next hour right here on News Channel 5 Plus. And we got a lot to get to. I don't know if you know this or not, but the NHL Stadium Series game between the Nashville Predators and the Tampa Bay Lightning is coming up. It's coming up quick. It is a week from Saturday. All kinds of preparations underway, not only with the Nashville Predators, but also the National Hockey League and locally here as well. And we've got two very special guests to talk about a very special event that is coming up in celebration of the outdoor game, the Stadium Series game between the Predators and the Tampa Bay Lightning. I am pleased to be joined in studio by two of my good buddies. First one, all the way down here, Crazy Charlie Saunier, longtime radio sports producer, media personality here in Nashville. Great guy, hockey player, hockey fan.
You got one more in you.
But you, sir, are the leader of the Renegades of Puck, and I want to welcome you to News Channel 5 Studios. It's been too long. For those that don't know, Charlie and I worked together used to work together at WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. He was my producer for the morning radio show that I still do with Greg Pogue, the Greg Pogue and Jon Burton show. Charlie, great to have you here. It is an honor.
JB, if I may take just a couple seconds. First, thank you to News Channel 5 and SportsLine for having us here in this amazing piece of Nashville living history. In a city that is seeing its history disappear every day, a place like this and to be here is such an incredible honor. So first, thank you and the entire crew and the entire staff here. And secondly, I just want to say, John, it's been a while since I've seen you, and you just mentioned our old partner, Greg Pogue. I just want to take a couple seconds to say thank you to you and Greg for back in the day. It was a tremendous honor to be a part of your show. I wish I could still be a part of it, but due to some health reasons and some other reasons that you're aware of that a lot of people aren't, just can't do it anymore. But John, it's great to be here right now. It's great to be here with Eric Young, and it's great to be talking Renegades of Puck, Nashville Predators Stadium Series, and most importantly, the Homebase Freakout, the biggest celebration of hockey that we have ever seen that's not put on by the Nashville Predators themselves.
Well, if you're a pro wrestling fan, as am I, you know who this guy is. Multi-time world champion, Impact Wrestling star, Showtime, Eric Young, the leader of Violent by Design. But folks, he's also a good Canadian boy, and he loves his hockey. He lives here in the Nashville area. He's been a big supporter of hockey on all levels here in the area, and especially the Nashville Predators, season ticket holder. We see it all the games. I think back to 2017 during the Stanley Cup run. You were always there, and you are a big part of this Homebase Freakout. You are one of the Renegades of Puck, as am I, an honorary member. First of all, it's great to see you, big guy. How's everything going?
Yeah, it's good, man. You left out an important thing. Failed hockey player.
Aren't we all?
Canada. Yeah, going to Canada. That's all I wanted to do most of my young life. Wrestling was always a passion of mine, too. But I didn't realize until later in life that hockey wasn't going to work out for me. I still play it poorly, but I love it. But moving here, 2004, obviously the Predators existed, but the hockey community was small.
Sure.
And I immediately immersed myself in it and got my equipment here and started playing open hockey and found out that the hockey community here is this really amazing group of tight-knit people, and they support each other. It really is a community inside of a community, and that's what the Homebase Freakout, I think, is most importantly. It's a celebration of the hockey community that the Nashville Predators have helped to cultivate. They've done an amazing job, and we're here to help celebrate that.
All right, so tell us about the Homebase Freakout. It's coming up. It is a huge event. So, Charlie, take it away. What do we got?
JB, listen, it's a week from Friday, okay? So it's the 25th. Tailgate Brewery on Demondrian Street, 1538 Demondrian Street. It's all ages. That's the first thing that's most important. The next most important thing is that every one of you are welcome to attend. There is no cover charge. We're going to open the doors and start the event at 7 o'clock. All you have to do is show your ID at the door to get in. No cover, all ages, everyone is welcome. And JB, the guest list. You love a good gimmick, right?
I do.
The guest list is so expansive that we're going to have to come back next week for part 2 and finish the guest list. But if you don't mind, Fine. A couple of quick highlights.
Absolutely.
Not only will Violent by Design Eric Young be there co-hosting the event with me, your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier, every one of the Renegades of Puck, past and present, are going to be in attendance for the first time in history. The grooviest group photo you've ever seen will be taking place that night. But it goes beyond what I have done and what the Renegades of Puck are doing. The hockey community is coming together, Jon Burton, and that means the Bag Chuckers. That means Chris Mason and Hal Gill, just like in Dallas the night before the Winter Classic.
We were there.
Joining us again.
We were all there. We had a great time.
This trio had a good time in the Big D. So we've got the Bag Chuckers, but it goes beyond Chris Mason and Hal Gill. I mean, that's pretty impressive right there. But then we're going to add former Nashville Predators captain Mike Fisher to our guest list.
Wow.
We're also adding former Nashville Predators player, broadcaster, and NHL network analyst Stu Grimson.
Oh, the Grim Reaper.
You want to hear some more?
I do.
How about former NHLer number 2 overall pick Bobby Ryan?
Wow.
How about Ryan Smith, Captain Canada? How about everyone, Jon Burton, everyone coming together to celebrate the glorious game? Musicians, artists, hockey players, actors, and regular people like you, me, and Jeremy right here. We're all going to be taking care of that business at the Homebase Freakout. We can't wait, John. It's exciting. We're expecting to see the whole hockey community out there. And there are so many special guests, and we all know how this works out, fellas. We simply can't tell you about all of them.
Yeah.
Right. You have to be there to find out.
Yeah, there's some ones that not on that list. You know what I mean, like when you're not including some people that we don't want to say, but they've already
Special
confirmed.
surprises.
Special surprises.
Yeah. Mike Fisher somehow was not a special surprise. Everyone was surprised. I made a couple calls, been working the phones, and Mike said, "Man, that sounds awesome. I'd love to be part of that." And that's if that's not glaring and indicative of what the Homebase Freakout is all about, it is inclusive. We want everyone to come, whether you play hockey, whether you just watch it, whether you're a casual fan, whether you're a diehard fan. It's something that we want everyone to experience. It's about the celebration of this city, which has been amazing to me since 2004. It's been amazing for the Nashville Predators from their inauguration and then their real growth, in 2009, 2010, when they really bust onto the scene.
Because
became a fixture.
Right, because as we know, I mean, it wasn't that long ago when the idea of hockey, not only in the Mid-South but here in Nashville, was foreign.
Yeah.
And you look at what's happened, right? We've hosted the NHL All-Star Game. We've hosted the Stanley Cup Final. Darn near won the darn thing in 2017. And now we're getting a Stadium Series game. And, I know that, Nashville has always wanted a Winter Classic, but logistically, with how well the Titans have been doing and everything like that, the fact that the NHL continues their outdoor games with the Stadium Series, so that if you don't get a Winter Classic, you can still get an outdoor game. It's great to see the Titans and the Predators working together on this. The city of Nashville, it's going to be. I mean, the Homebase Freakout's going to be great.
It's
incredible. But the fact that you got an outdoor game at Nissan Stadium with the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning coming in, this is going to be huge.
And they travel well. And JB, there's a third element to that week. It is going to truly be 72 hours of maybe the best hockey celebrations this city has ever seen. Don't forget, the Thursday night before the Stadium Series, the night before the Homebase Freakout, is the Pekka Rinne retirement ceremony at Bridgestone Arena, which is another level of bringing the Nashville Predators alumni, legends, and greats back to the city. Shea Weber already saying he's going to be back for that ceremony. Pekka Rinne, of course, making his return to Nashville for his jersey retirement. It's going to be incredible. We'll sandwich in the middle of the Predators and the NHL's events with the Homebase Freakout, a night where everyone can come out and just relax in a casual, laid-back. We wanted to make it like an old-school, late 70s house party feel. That's where the Homebase Freakout concept originated from. And we think by inviting everybody, JB, and providing some pizza and some beer and doing some giveaways like I learned back in the old radio days, that we can have a great time and we can bring the entire community together for something that's truly going to be remembered for years and years to come. This isn't just something where we're going to hang out and say, "Hi guys, it's nice to see you." This is going to be something that people will be talking about for years and years to come. We have people coming from every level. It's not just the NHL, the NWHL, college hockey, local hockey, roller hockey. It doesn't matter. Wherever hockey is being played trade across this region, people are coming in. I know we have guests coming from at least 7 different states.
Wow.
This is not a local event. This is a regional event, and with nearly 70,000 people attending the game at Nissan Stadium on Saturday, we wanted to be a place for everybody to have a chance to rally and celebrate the great game the night before we go to battle and competition. And when you say Tampa Bay coming to town, first of all, those Bolts fans travel really well. Second of all, I want to invite every one of them. I know they're out there, and I know they're watching Jon Burton right now on SportsLine. They're welcome, too. This isn't a Predators exclusive pep rally. This is a celebration of the Stadium Series, the biggest hockey event that will take place in Nashville, other than potentially winning the Stanley Cup someday. And, JB, just one final comment on that. You mentioned the Predators and the build to this. We all love a good, slow build. Let's go back very quickly to 2003. 15,000 people at the NHL entry draft. When Ryan Suter is picked, a Let's Go Predators chant erupts in the arena, and that had never been seen before at the NHL draft. It was always a very tepid office-like affair before that. So the Predators changed the NHL draft from that day forward. What else did they change? All-Star Weekend. The 3-on-3 format started with Nashville. Successful. So successful that PK Subban himself wanted to be a Nashville Predator.
Probably brought PK Subban here.
And then
I miss him, by the way.
I miss him too. Hey, I give you the facts, my good friends and my good Renegades. For those of you who doubt what PK Subban's contributions were this team, in the 3 years he was here, they won 2 division titles, won President's Trophy, and went to the Stanley Cup final. You can discuss his statistics, you can discuss anything you want about him, but what you cannot argue with is the success that the team had. By the way, those are the only 2 division titles the team's had in their franchise history, their only Stanley Cup berth in franchise history, and all happened with PK on the blue line. So he comes and signs with the Preds, and then you go to 2017, and what do you see, Jon Burton? Not just 17,000 people in the arena going nuts, living and dying on every play. You see 60,000 more out there on Broadway. That's the spirit that made the Homebase Freakout possible.
It was an amazing experience, the 2017 Cup. Now, EY, you're a busy guy. I mean, you're trying to win championships in the professional wrestling. You know, you lead Violent by Design. You got a lot going on. What made you want to be a part of this Homebase Freakout event?
Yeah, for me, this started as an idea between me and Charlie. As I've lived here since 2004. I fell in love with the city before I moved here. Ended up moving here in 2004 full time. The city has embraced me. This is my home. I mean, Canada is where I grew up. It was where I happened to be born, and it's where most of my family lives. But I can live anywhere in the United States, and I choose to live here because I love this city. Part of it is the just blossoming sports community here. It is super supportive, super loyal, and what we found out in Dallas was there was no security there. There was, in between 2,000, 3,000 people came through Renegades Brewery that night, and Sam, the owner, said that's the most money they've ever made in a single night. Was the night that we, as Predator fans, basically took over this Dallas bar.
That was a great night, it was before the Preds played the Stars at the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Day a couple of years ago. All 3 of us were there. We had a great time.
There was a lot of people there. We're like, well, if we're going to have an outdoor game here, Stadium Series, which is an amazing game against Tampa Bay at Nissan, it will be an amazing experience. We need to piggyback on that and capture that lightning in a bottle that we got in Dallas, and that's what we're going to do. It's going to be bigger and better.
That's awesome. All right, we're just getting started here on SportsLine. More with Eric Young, more with Crazy Charlie Saunier. Get you ready for the Homebase Freakout a week from Friday. Where's it at again?
Tailgate Brewery.
Tailgate Brewery.
38 DeMundry Street.
All right, more with EY and Crazy Charlie with us on SportsLine. Don't you dare move. All right, Charlie, we're going to fix your mic.